Until you see ano Ghana for ni be say che me say many Giana just say manum wi ana say manum bibi menti ase obi anu kwan ofa so gi ni abrabom
the matter chop hot asemne diloto hey aye
Fameye has a public announcement, and that public announcement is very simple. Mo amodi enubone target no. Fameye not long ago Kofi Mole sent a letter through his lawyers Afagyato Chambers, and now Fameye has also released a public announcement to everybody to whom it may concern, especially the people tagging him with hard drugs. The details are here live on Roland Report. Make sure you subscribe, join the big family. I recommend the channel to others, and also know that Sammy two guys holding me down, as well as Shagzy also for here. Let's go straight into the conversation. So, after winning the High Life Artist of the Year at the just ended Telecel Ghana Music Awards, Fameye did a video thanking people. Oh, dada damase, any more to a benny na Fameye say or damase, only Peter say Shramu. But then, one issue that he also addressed in his Thanksgiving speech was the fact that people are tagging him whenever he's on stage and he's overly hyper or he's overly excited about certain things that he has achieved or done, or he's enjoying himself. Some people attribute it to some form of hard drugs or him being on certain substances. And on that, Fameye has come out to respond to all those conversations. Not long ago, there was somebody that also said, "Otichiri we politin back for the Koma family." I don't know if that is one of the reasons why Fameye is making this particular video. But let's go and listen to Fameye. When we come back, we all dissect the issue and see if true we know or the bottle now the politin bag. Watch this video. I'll be right back.
Siana makwe omwa emu nyina High Life Artist of the Year ni say I feel High Life in media. This year I'm sure a lot of my songs that I'm going to release are going to be High Life music, pure High Life music, you know, modernized High Life music, Boga High Life, Peter High Life, as I say. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I mean, I was expecting a lot of awards, like almost all the three categories I was being nominated for. You know, I still give thanks because for being Kofi. Until you see, Ghana for ni be say che me say. Many Giana just say manum wi ana say manum bibi menti ase. Obi anu kwan ofa so gi ni abrabom. Obi anu kwan na ni gi awade oye. Peter ene dia mo si Peter fan no. Bro, look at me. Guy man say pa na mo de nyoma bi don me fa me nya drugs me say wa wona age award ana wona nya me sha abidun pepe so ya. Nka obere na echen mi de. Right. Abom munja sa nyefe. Oi, jai.
Fameye na ka na sem abom aka abomination. Ochira say nubone na mo de tarita mo hwe no fine boy. Fine boy amudi nubone tarita na ho de. How can you tell Fameye this story? Well, in some situations I understand him, and of course I like the fact that he's come out to appreciate the fans that voted for him to win the High Life Artist of the Year or to win something on the night. Say no kind. Senkasa night no bo 0 or bo 3 sheets bad yan kamera sure say ba is any osum kwa yare ho nkwa and then anka Fameye edebeko fie. But then out of so many nominations, or about 3 or 4 nominations that he had, he walked away with one of them, and he is very thankful to his fans. But then the issue that he also raised was the drug issues. Some come away there na need ding, especially if it is coming from this space, because again there's been some perception, or there's so many perception in the space about how people abuse drugs even in the space, and some of these conversations do not even come from outsiders, but even the practitioners in the space. We've seen so many, or we've heard so many of them, where people have come out to give personal testimonies of even some of their colleagues influencing them, encouraging them to do drugs, to do hard drugs, to indulge in some of these vices and all of that. ebi mu de omo say e twa omo for omo nye ebi mu so omo so hwe but omo hu say mom no mo twa omo free mu. But then in their presentation in terms of actions and inactions, sometimes even through their music, when they preach some of these things, it also goes a long way to stamp on some of these perceptions. And a typical example, I buy or better one PNP. Yako Black Sheriff in Mudia, marijuana, baby, quiet to me, say no. Well, there are so many of them, and it is not with only these two artists. So many, plenty. Samini has some song, be a boom draw on his Untamed album. Sanyum ni yambo radio so that because he win kwa, and you see, it cuts across so many of them, especially the people in what they will call the secular fraternity. So sometimes when people are overly hyper, when people are in a certain realm, when people are overly excited and they are behaving some way, it is very easy for people to say, oh, well, it say only a home made your son and now say something is pushing you to act that way. But then I don't know if this particular explanation coming from Fameye will help neutralize that particular perception. Yeah, because the way our church mune kra church and I no kofi mo lebe church ni dem kra say ni church mune kra mpo as a common kra as a no be ka say afaja to for letter no. But obey you obi can say you and I were not there. Do you have evidence? You don't have evidence. So you cannot say Fameye is on drugs. You cannot say Kofi Mole is on drugs. So what evidence? Fabra. Last time ago, or I think there's also an interview that has gone viral where a gentleman who also says he's a promoter who contacted Fameye for his service in one of the shows or in one of the regions and also out on his rider. You see, what demanding for we politics back. No, Fameye say, "Take me about come for me and then you be e wusi eshia no oche oso abofo I did a couple artist bro. But obende, it is not as if say you who say Simwano so that. Shatawale the kai, Simwano se poki. Simwano poki. They be a Simwano. Into a bed day, and now ye Peter Leba. Omunkasiwa for you. But I will tell Fameye that he should continue to enjoy himself. Me, I know, and I've moved with some of these people. Yes, as much as they may indulge in, some people may be smokers, some people may love drinking and stuff. I've seen so many of them that whenever they are about to go on stage or whenever they are going on stage, funny enough, most of them don't do that. It is when they had done crowd or mobile number or money amanu, most of them would not do that. And even with Shatta, I can even stab my chest on so many occasions that we've moved to different shows that, yes, everybody knows Shatawale is a habitual smoker. He smokes and drink there. And no, say Shatawale kita kapa or props, forget it, or be lie on time. But then when it comes to smoking, everybody knows he smokes. But before he climbs on stage or even when he's on stage, one thing that has been very constant with him is always his bottles of water. It's in the other who say abon could be a bishisha as it to cyborg. They be a no ginahanum green. So perhaps it may be the same with other artists who may also be known for certain things. But then it doesn't mean whenever they are going on stage, they also indulge in those things or some people, when you meet them backstage, they are going on stage as a pipe, you know, before they jump on stage. So Fameye dear, stop explaining. I will tell you to enjoy yourself on stage whenever you get the opportunity because that is your office. And if that is what makes you hyper, that is what puts you in your element, why not? Say in Suyanum, say Adia Bakono Swa. Na Kofi Kinata kind. Na Seminia, Adia Wumbudin, Ye Mudin, and no. So you share your views in the comment section. Do you think Fameye will be able to draw out this misconception about him anytime soon with some of these speeches? And I will say, don't forget it. And yeah, Peter is coming on board. Share your views in the comment section. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
The matter chop hot. Assembly Diloto. Hey! Aye! Hey!